Okay. So let's see. Identify. Where did that book thing go? There it is. So now this is a spell. Give it some kind of MP cost. No scope. So who gets this then? Do we have a sorcerer in the party? Casey, Elliot. I think it's Casey, sorcerer. There we go. So they can get identify at level 1. I might change this to instead of item base, just scene item. Because I think I can start getting rid of a lot of this then. Just like I did with the item window. Uh, oh yeah, this pop scene is fine now because we don't have to add the item back. Create the item window, we don't need to do that. I can't really remember what we've changed, but it wasn't much. This has obviously been changed. On item cancel wasn't changed after all, so yeah, that's all that we really need for our scene, which makes it so much better for adding in a skill identify scene. I'm just going to add this in. I may need to do a bit more here to add back. Or maybe we'll just say if you've spent the MP to identify and you decided to back out, maybe that's just tough luck. So instead of losing an item, maybe nothing happens. We will see though. Because maybe I should actually allow them the MP to come back, which would be a little bit more involved than this, but we'll just see. We need to catch the moment at which someone uses a spell. Consume item. I wonder if we can catch a spell here. Oh, it wouldn't be a game party either, would it? Um, it'd be use item, pay skill cost. So it might be in here. We can maybe just put it in here somewhere. Generally, I like to keep the code for like the same or similar things together. Data manager stuff can probably go to the very bottom. The order doesn't actually matter, I don't think. Right, so let's alias this again. So game battler use item equals game battler prototype use item. So in here, we want to probably catch if it's a skill again. And item meta can identify. So if this is a skill and it has the can identify tag, then we want to push the scene. And we can still do that just in case we are adding the mana back. Skill identify. And then we can get rid of this, but remember to call the function game battler use item. Let's consume item, we want use item. And then call, passing in this, and then item as the parameter. So let's try and use this skill. Should already know the skill. So here we go. Identify, and it's huh. So this is the okay. It's kind of working, but it's a little funky. Um, oh, I know what I've done. I've gotten rid of the code which draws our identify item list instead of the regular one. Oops. Hopefully I didn't delete any more that I didn't realize that we had changed. Let's see. I think it's just this though. Scene item identify. And then here it will be the identify item list. Seems a bit wasteful to do all of this when all we changed is that, but I think that we can't really help that. And then we'll do the same thing here, but change this to skill. Let's see if that fixed the problem or if we still got something going on. Right, so use the book, use the book first. Okay, that did work. And then let's try the magic. Identify. Okay, it is loading up the correct thing now. We'll do another weapon. Brings us back here. We check the weapon out, and it's there. Cool. So that's items, skills. There probably should be a store that does identifications, and maybe you pay a flat fee or something to identify. So what's next? Let's work on the store then. Although I will just add in some plugin commands. You know, I actually don't think I need this right now. Oh, no, I do. Okay, so let's rip this. Let's go for open identify shop. Open identification shop. Open the scene to purchase item vacation, something like that. It's fine. Um, I don't think there needs to be arguments at the moment anyway. It's the store owner. Oh, I don't think I've set up the command properly. So open identification shop. It won't actually do anything, I don't think. Because I need to register it. With this, oh, nice. We've got this one from earlier. Register, open identification shop. Scene manager dot push scene shop identify. And I think that's it. Let's just copy this and paste again. Instead of skill identify here, it's going to be shop identify. Right, this one's going to work a bit different. Mm, We will just copy this for now. All of these will need renamed. Shop identify item list. Window 4 identifying items in a shop. Identifying items via item or skill. So the shop identifier is going to use the shop identify item list. And at the moment, nothing is really going to change. So hopefully we can open the menu from talking to this guy. Nope, no good. Oh, I misspelled it here. Indentification shop. Um, there we go. So let's see if that's done it. Okay, great. So let's get some items. Looks good, but it works in the incorrect way at the moment. We want to display some kind of price next to these, right? So let's make another parameter and say identify flat cost. Um, and then we'll have should identify cost be based on value of the item. Right, so this will be false to begin with, so we'll try testing out this. Identify flat cost. And then we'll copy this line. Identify flat cost. Say 100 or so. And then whatever this one was called. Okay, so back in the window here, draw item number. We don't wanna draw this too close to the end now because we want to draw some kind of price associated with this. width. Let's see what number width is. Text width. So maybe we can get a fake sort of cost width. Um, yeah, who knows? Because this cost could be really big. We'll just make it something like that. And say minus cost width. And let's just see what happens now. You know what? You know what's a better way of doing it than this? We will take max number of columns and change it to 1. Window shop identify item list. Max number of columns is 1, and this will be a lot more space to work with. Yep, we're just going to draw that at half. So we don't really care about that. We're just going to work with half of the width. Oh, there we go, much nicer. And then at the end, we can just slap the price. Can I get rid of this from this? Let's see. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. We didn't need it in the previous code because we didn't actually alter it in any way. But in this code, we are going to alter it, so that's fine. So here we'll need to do this dot draw a draw identify cost, and we'll pass in the item, pass in the rect x, y, pass in the rect width. So let's see what draw item number is doing. We'll just rip this. Shop identify. So we won't say if it needs a number. We'll just draw the cost. We're not going to draw this piece of text, but the cost will change. So let's say let cost equal 0 just to initialize something. Identify if identify flat cost. No, that's the wrong one. Percentage. That's it. So if we're not doing the percentage of value, then the cost is going to equal flat cost. Otherwise, we will have to calculate some kind of cost. We're going to put cost here, but it's going to have to be a bit more than this. How do we get the symbol for this thing? Currency symbol, where is that? Is it just currency unit? Text map? Maybe it's this. Set currency unit. Draw currency value. This currency unit. Is there a better way of getting that though? You know what? It's not. It's just this. So we may as well just use this. So we're not using that, so it should just show us the 100 and then G for gold, I think. So, oh, identify cost, not a function. Oh, draw identify cost is what we really meant there. Zero gold. Is that because of the setup though? Console.log identify cost. Let's just spout both of these, see if we're actually getting something that we expect. True 100, true 100, and then it says 0. So this is true. Identify cost percentage of value. Oh my god. Yeah, we want to keep that as true regardless of what the value is here, just so that it returns true or false correctly. Okay, so that's a silly coding error on my part. Where is this coming from? I'd like to get rid of that now. There we go. That doesn't need to be there. And let's go again. Okay, 100 G's for everything. And then let's just say if it is a percentage, then we're going to need to know the percentage as well. Identify percentage cost. Uh, when identify cost percentage of value is true, this is the percentage cost. We'll just say say 50, so it's fairly obvious that it's working. So we would do item dot, is it value? I'm not certain. We maybe need to console log item and then find out how to get the value from it. Value divided by 100 multiplied by whatever this was called. Identify percentage cost. Identify percentage cost. So instead of calculating this, I think I would rather have a function that does it for us. Um, Calculate percentage cost. All we do is pass in an item, and then it will turn this. Because it means I can just use this elsewhere in the code to get the cost, etc., rather than having to keep repeating that line. Let's see. Identify data, calculate percentage cost, pass in the item, and let's see if it even is just dot value. Maybe it's something else.